So welcome whoever you are. Hope you can hear me. Just going to go and get the locos from downstairs. Well, we've got a couple. Hello, everybody. Right, I've got my box has got a few locos in it. Reason I don't want chat is I've got to have Railmaster up to do what I want to do, and I can't keep switching between the two. So I hope you don't mind. But you're welcome to watch or not. If you want to just pop out, carry on. Okay. Oh dear. Let's minimise that. Will that minimise? No, that doesn't minimise. Okay, well, we'll go over the top of it. So, I've lost one already. Sorry about that. Never mind. Right. So, first one I want to try that's not been used for quite a while actually is my Hatton 66. So, I'm going to get that out on the layout. And see if it runs. So find it on the computer. Quite a way down actually. It's working. Put the lights on. I'm not going to have the sound on because it's a bit bit noisy. Right, let's go. I want to go over there. Change the point out of the sidings, and here we go. It's running. You won't see it for a minute. It'll be coming through in a sec. Let's see if it doesn't fuse something. We'll see. Looking good. Oh, you like the sound of that. That's all right. So I think I'm going to try and get this to the inside track. Of course, I could be talking to myself, but I don't know. hover the cursor over the stop button in case. Right, so there we go. Pretty good. Change the point back again. And yes, I know I could put it on the inside track and have it ready to go and do it that, but I like to run them. And you can just see if you're going to get any problems. So we'll go a bit quicker because it just wants to. I'm going to do half speed, about 40 miles an hour. So I'll just have a quick look and see if I've got anybody. 2. I've got the 2. Okay, thank you very much. If you're the same 2. Okay. Right, so hope you can see that. That's a Hatton 66 in the Freightliner livery. Quite like the livery on that. So I think the next one will be my Western. So my Daypol Class 52 Western in the BR Blue, and that's going to connect up to a long wake of Mark 1 carriages eventually, and it wants to go on that way round. Oh, put it on the right way round. So now this, I was running this the other day for my lockdown shorts, and it was giving me a bit of grief, I'm afraid. So let's see how we get on now, shall we? There it is. Right, there we go. I'll put some lights on again. Headlights and tail lights. Not that you can hardly see the headlight and the tail light, it's so small. Right, let's go. Do it at 20. Alright, we'll do it at 30. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, it's a very slow start, this one. I've got 3. Thank you very much. And thank you for not commenting. I wondered whether you could actually turn the comments off, the chat off, but it doesn't appear that you can do that, although you would have thought it would. But I thank you for doing what I've asked. The moderator tonight won't stand any nonsense, I can tell you that. So the problem bit was up here, where it's going up the far end, and it just didn't like it. And I forgot it, didn't I? I've not changed that point up there. Not that it really matters, but I want to run it. I want to run it around the top one to make sure, because that's probably where it's going to run. How long it takes to slow down? It hasn't even slowed down now. Let's go backwards then, shall we? Oh, that's why, because I didn't turn it up. So you go back up. So I hope you're enjoying this. So it's all part of it, you know. It's all part of running a railway, really, like any other. You know, when it's real, they have to sort of check everything's going to work, don't they? You can see how long it all takes to react. You can imagine trying to stop this in a station, you know, in the right place. It's almost a case of, I think it's about there, but you can never be sure. It's received tonight. Off he goes, or she goes. So, called Western Prince, this one. And you buy these locos, and I bought the BR Blue. Basically because I quite like it. I think I vaguely remember seeing the maroon ones, and that's interesting. Okay. Let's see about points change as it has. So hopefully we can get that Western going. There we are. Yeah, it's going to go. So I'll just have a quick, while that's wrapping up the speed, let's just have a quick look at what we got. Well, we've gone back to 1 again. So it obviously proves that the chat is all part of it, isn't it? Sorry about that, but I just thought I'd give it a go. Doesn't hurt. I got the chat going. I'd have had probably 10 by now, I would think. But it's just getting me into doing these lives. It's about 3 months since I did the last one, so I'm a bit out. I did a little short one the other day, but any of you watched it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And the train sets up in the loft. Used to be on my dining room table. And I prefer it up here, although as you can imagine it's not particularly warm. Put it up to about 50 in here at the moment, it's pretty good. So yeah, this is working well that way. Good. Right, let's have another one out. Which way is this going to go? Can't remember. I like the sound of that was. I think the bogey's off. Right, okay. Who is it? No, it's all right there. Strange. It's coming off here somewhere. Let's have a look. It righted itself, even if it did come off, so that's good. But this one I can't really get onto. The next logo I'll have to put it on the track it's going on because I won't be able to get it across where the others are running. So this is the Lord Nelson. Nice logo. Also they're fairly reliable, some of these. Well, I'm hoping they're going to be anyway. So let's have a go at this one. So I've got a subscriber called Kelly, who rather likes a steam engine. So I'm going to have a steam engine drawer. We'll get him going. Obviously no lights on Lord Nelson. Right, off we go. Here we go. Here we go. So they all seem to be running quite well, I would say. That's 3 back again. I don't know whether you're the same 3, but thank you for watching. Yes, I know it's probably a bit like watching wet paint dry, but it's something you don't normally see, isn't it? And I would imagine, no, I can't say that, I've lost one already. Sorry about that. All I can say is, I'm sure all the others that do live streams have to do a bit of preparation work, and I'm no exception. Maybe a bit more than most, because my layout isn't the best. I seem to be running okay at the moment, so it's pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get them all going backwards and see how we get on with that. So I hope you can join me tonight when we do the proper thing with the chat. There we go. So let's start with the 66, as that's been going the longest. That's it. And then we'll go down to the 52 ready. And then I'll go back up to the Lord Nelson. She'll probably be the first one to go backwards. Not quite, but not far out. We'll see what happens with this lot, shall we? Now, I'm expecting the Western maybe to derail over on that far end. So we'll have to see. I'm just going to switch that and switch that. I do find sometimes I think the points lose a little bit of pressure against the rails, and it can make them more prone to derail. So we'll see. So this Western was causing hassle here the other day. It may have been due to the long train it was pulling, which it will be pulling tonight. So that's why I've got it going in the opposite direction for tonight. I don't know if I've got anybody on. I don't know what the picture's like. I'm only doing this on Wi-Fi at the moment. Tonight I'll do it from the cable, but I've got very low broadband speed on an upload, and I shouldn't really be able to do any of this really, but I persevere, and hopefully with the chat people seem to like it, I think. So I'll for the three that are on, thank you very much for being on. I'll do a bit of sound. So let's do the Western first, which is the one on the outside track. But again, because of my low broadband speed, it doesn't always sound very nice, I'm afraid. I won't leave it on for very long. And then I'll do the Nelson, the Lord Nelson, after turning off the Western. The Western's got that distinctive sound that the diesel hydraulics made, which I think is quite good. Not particularly loud, can't compete with my voice, but it's not too bad, you know. So we'll turn that off. That's on the way out. Let's get in, and I'll get the steamer going in case one of you is Kelly, because I suspect not. So a bit of sound from the steam. So I see I got back to 2 again, but that's all right. That's so I think we'll finally just do the 166, and please put on your earmuffs, please. Possibly. That doesn't sound too bad. I'm now doing them forwards again. It is quite a nice sound on that Hattons. It's a very good sound bite, I would say, along with an equally good speaker. But the sound card in the Lord Nelson is only a TTS Hornby one. So bearing in mind that that's probably three times cheaper than the one in Hattons, that's quite well. So have I lost you all yet? Oh, I got 3 back again. Okay. People are dipping in and then not being out of chat and not liking it. So I'm very sorry about that, but I just need to get on with this. So I think the next bit is to try some of the rolling stock with it. So I'm going to go over to the fiddle yard and get the one out for the. I suppose I've got to get the one out for the patterns. So it's going to be a bit of a problem. No, I'll do the Western because that's likely to be my more problematical one. So I need the second road on the fiddle yard. That's it. And I need that one out of there. And I'll go and bring it round manually. Excuse for the bouncing. Just derailed. That's the problem with pushing these carriages about. They don't like it, especially if you do them too wide, I think. Of course, it would be the back of the one that goes off. It usually is. No, it's not. It's a Hornby one. It's my new one. I'm not having troubles with it. This is my new Hornby buffet restaurant required, along with two others with different liveries. I'm going to turn the hands off of it. It's a bit noisy. You might not hear me talking. You can't have that, can you? Right, so what I'm going to do now, I think I'm going to bring the Western in and couple it up to it in this side fiddle yard, which is quite useful, and we'll see if it runs. So get him up. Have a quick deco to see if I've got anybody watching still. Oh, I've got 4 now. Hello. Oh, yeah. Welcome whoever the new one is. And this is just me setting up for tonight's live stream. So I'm getting the trains ready, so to speak. So we want the Western in. So I need to twitch the point there. And we need to slow it down a bit, because otherwise it will come careering down here. It's going backwards. So all these, the way these locos react to the controls, they're all adjustable in the CV menus that comes with the decoders. So just get it rolling a bit quicker than that. So you can see that it takes a little bit of time to set everything up. Yes, I could just put it on the track and connect it up and whatever. But I like playing. That's the idea of owning a model railway or train set in my case. So that's at 20 miles an hour on rail track, and it's just fused it, or something has. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. So this is one of the problems you do have sometimes. And with Railmaster, it just tends to cut it out. So everything should start up again now, except maybe this Western. Oh no, it's come on again. Yeah, it's trying to go. I'm not sure that it's not derailed. No, it's not derailed. Hopefully it's going to. Oh, it's done it again. Right, perhaps I haven't got one of the wheels on properly, because it doesn't usually do that. It didn't do it when I put it out. So there's a middle wheel on these, and there's one there as well. And you don't always see it, but it's not on properly. So there we are. Right, that should now be all right. So we'll get it going again. And you might notice that all the all the lights are gone. I don't think they're going to start up again, are they? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's get them running again. So you can see it's not as straightforward as maybe you think. Right, got that one going. Let's get the old steam one going. I'll put the lights back on, although I suspect that on the way out it might diffuse it, we'll see. So as it's here, I might as well get it on. And the other thing that can happen is that the couplings don't couple up properly. Problems, but never mind. Right, let's see if this long train will make its way round without any problems. So the time's getting on. It's now 3 o'clock. It's the time of my tea break. So we'll get this running round, and I'll better go and make a cup of tea. Right, here we go. That was the 52 Western. I'm going to do it at 30, see if we can get across these points without any problem. I'm going to twiddle that one and twiddle that one back again, and twiddle that one and twiddle that one back again. Hopefully. Yep, that's not looking too bad. So let's see if we get a fuse. Ah, that's interesting. I think the Western actually hits the point motor with one of its bits that are there. Not doing too badly. I need to change the point. I want to have a big derailment. So just get that back again. So how are we doing? Well, I'm back down to 1. Don't like it, did I? Never mind. Whether you're the one that came on first and are still there, thank you very much if you are. So we'll get this going a little bit quicker. So this will be 50 miles an hour on the Railmaster, but always take the speeds that they tell you it's doing as a pinch of salt. I just want to see if this goes down without any problems. It's okay at the moment. So if you notice, one of the bar, which is the fourth one from the end, has actually got little lights on the tables. It's the only one with lights in, and obviously the Loco has lights in the cab, which will probably be turned off if, you know, when you're driving. You probably don't need it. So that's looking pretty good, I would say. I think that's going to be, it needs to run reliably for a while, because sometimes they run absolutely perfectly, and then after a couple of circuits, they for whatever reason don't do it. And the minute you put a camera on them, they go. I ran it again after I was trying to film, which was obviously the other way round, and it ran past every time perfectly. So that's a get camera shy. Oh, I got 4 again. Okay, peoples. Thank you very much for not doing any chat for this one anyway. But feel free to join tonight, and you can chat away to your heart's content. Whether I'll answer you is another matter, but it depends how many I get. If too many, it's very difficult to answer everyone and control the trains. And I control the trains with the same bit of computer equipment that I'm doing this live broadcast through. So you can see it can be a bit hectic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and stop the Western over by me I'll just push the stop button. Let's see how long it takes to stop. Because what I want it to do is to get past those points. So I think we're going to have to go a little bit. I'll do it at 10. And I'll put the sound on for a minute. I hear that whopper. It's a lovely sound. I used to go to Paddington Station, and I used to go. I vaguely remember. I've got not a very good memory. So this is, if you can see here, it's on a bit of track with no points, and it allows me to maybe get some other stuff out. So we're going to turn off the sound on the Western, and I'm very pleased with how it's done. And we're doing, giving the horn, so the sound's going off. I'm going to turn the lights off. The driver's having a sleep for tonight, so he's nice and fresh. So the next bit, I think, is to get the rolling stock on the steam engine. So I need to again see where I've got to get it from. So that's in the first track from the fiddle yard, which I'm very sorry you can't see, but it is there. Right, push it round. A bit more gentle. I think the coupling is missing on the loco. Take it off and put the coupling in. I think. Let's have a look. Yes, no coupling. It's in here, in the box there. I brought it up. So we'll bring the carriages around. So these are they're in the BR green, but they're prior carriages from the private company that used to run it. And I'm sorry, I can't remember what it is, but but except for one, which is a Mark 1 buffet restaurant car, which is again one of the new ones. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reverse Lord Nelson, hopefully. Yep, that's reverse Lord Nelson, and I'll twiddle the points there to get it up onto this top road. It says. And then I need to twiddle the point there. So, how are we doing? What's you got the 4? Oh, thank you very much for staying. If you could, when you come on, if you come on tonight at 9 o'clock, if you could say, "Oh, we watched your bit in the afternoon," it would be helpful. Thank you very much. So I'm going to slow Lord Nelson down. I can't actually just couple it up because we've got to put the coupling in. So we'll slow her down a bit. And hopefully she won't cause a fuse. Here comes. Now, I don't know whether you can see over here. I don't think you can you? So I just need to take her off. And these are the alternative Hornby couplings that they give out with some of the stuff. Now this must have fallen out of something else actually, because it's still got the. Oh no, there we go. Silly boy. Sometimes you look at something and you don't see what you're looking at, especially as you get on a bit. Right, just need to push that in. Not ideal, some of these couplings. They do fall out sometimes. So I'm going to put the locomotive back on the easy bit that you can see. It's very helpful putting these locos on the track to be able to get your fingers all around and see what's going on to a certain extent. Because if you can't, it gets quite hard. And obviously some locos are harder than others, I would say. I have a foreign one that I will bring out maybe a bit later, although I might not get time to do it. But it's very difficult to get on the track. So we'll just allow steam out. Here he comes, here he comes. But the tender's not liking it. Hang on a minute. They're quite a novel tender on these because they've actually got two separate bogies that are pivoted in the middle. Very good for going around tight bends. All right, we'll twiddle it backwards. Change the point. The points in this fiddle yard are actually manually done because I'm sitting here, so it seems a bit silly to waste time and money on having electric ones. So we're going to see if this will couple up. Stop it. There we are. Right. These don't really auto couple very well, so and I have been having trouble with these actually connecting. I'm hoping it's right. Come on. Don't quite know. I think maybe the cold weather's affecting these because when I did them in hotter weather, they were perfect. They were really good. But they don't seem to be doing too well at the moment. So there we go. We might have an engine coming out without its train in a minute. We'll see how we go. I'll put the sound on. And we'll see if we manage to get hold of the train. Filming this the other day for my lockdown shorts, and it kept losing one of the carriages. It keeps to come out there and just leave it behind and leave the rest of the train behind. So, great fun. Right, let's go a little bit quicker. We need to change the points. Do we? There we go. We're going to do this without any catastrophe. Hopefully we are. Looks good. Change the point. We'll let this run around for a little while to see how it's going. My Hatton 66 doesn't seem to be wobbling too badly, as far as I can see. I think it tends to show up maybe when it's going slower, but it seems to be okay. But whether we've lost any of the axle ends, I don't know. They're all on this side. Yep, they're all here on this side. Don't know about that side. So while this is going round, I'm going to turn the sound off for a minute. They are quite quiet when they run round. I'm down to 3 now. Okay. So I've been going for about 40 minutes. So you can see it does take a little while to get everything going. I hope the few got fine. I hope the few that are watching are sort of enjoying it. I know I've asked not to chat because. Well, I like talking, as you've noticed, so, you know, I can't do both. I'm a man, remember, we're not multitasking, are we, men? Only the ladies that can multitask. So the next job to do is to get this train that's running around now with the green Southern Region carriages stopped so that I can still access the other tracks. So I'm quite happy that that's running well. and I think tonight they're all going to be running the same way, which maybe isn't a good idea. I don't know. I may change the steamer to go the other way. I don't know. I'll have a look tonight when I'm setting out finally. It's just a case of swapping the end carriages over. And obviously turning them over. They're doing pretty well here. I've got it up to 55 degrees in here. That's Fahrenheit. So about 12 in centigrade. So that's all right. And I'm not cold, which is good. I think it will be colder tonight because I think it's going to be about 2 degrees outside tonight. All right, let's see if we can stop this Lord Nelson in the right place. I think if we do it now, it might just do it. Maybe a little bit more. So I'll just give it a twiddle and then turn it on again. That will probably do us. As you can see, my trains are miles too long for my platforms, but there we are. I do like long trains. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and fetch the train, or I'm going to actually send the 66 down to collect its train because I think it'll be safer. So this is a dodgy bit. I'm going to have to get it to go on the, what's the name there? And I better get it in there so I can control it. Right, I'm going to slow it down a bit. And then I've got to make sure I don't go up the back of the Southern Region one. The dangerous. We'll slow it down a bit more. Again, this one takes quite a while to stop. Yes, it's whopping a little bit at the moment, isn't it? I think if I stop it now, I can do it, hopefully. And if I reverse it. That's it. So I now want it to go up to the outer track and then down into, what's the name? Is it going to go? No, it won't go if I haven't got any speed, will it? There we are. So we'll get it going up now. I must go and get my cup of tea. I'm really thirsty now. I think it's good something to do with all this talking, couldn't it, peoples? So have I got anybody left? I've got 4. Okay, thank you everyone. So I need to set up. I need to set up the piddle yard for the train that this is going to be taking. Excuse me. It's my sandwiches from earlier on, I think. Right. This could be fun. You like the sound of that? That's all right. Right, we need to go round and see how we get on. That coupled up quite nicely. So let's bring it out and see how we get on. Now, this is quite a problematical train, to say the least. and I even had to do a bit of a bodge on these on the bowling stock that it's going to be bringing out. There is a video on it because they just would not. Basically, they didn't like my curves. It almost made out that it was too tight for them. So these are Bachmann container wagons, and I'm hoping that we get out and get into back to that inner. Yeah, I don't like that point there. I'm wondering if there we go. Anyway. Right, what we got? Yeah, we're down there. So we need to. This could be fun. This could be very fun. Well. It does work sometimes. And it's got a camera on it as well. Amazing. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and make my cup of tea. And I'll leave that running round. I'll just do it a little bit quicker. I want to see how it runs, because that's where it's going to have to be tonight. So for you, any of you that don't know about the Hatton 66, there's been a lot of problems with them. Such an extent that Hatton's had to actually reduce the prices from about 150 for a basic DCC ready locomotive, and they reduced them down to about £118, which is quite a reduction from the people that actually made it. So it's pretty good. So I'm going to leave you there watching those, and I'm going to go and make my cup of tea. And then I've got a couple of other trains to run, or a couple of locos to run, but I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. So I'm hoping it won't fall off the tracks. Please let me know if it does, will you? The worst that can happen is it will just fuse the system and it will just stop, all right? Hopefully. So I'm back in my tea. This is very nice. I must say, it's very nice to get to the bottom of the stairs in the hallway downstairs and still hear the train running around. When it's all quiet, you get a bit worried. I've still got 4 on. Thank you very much, everybody. Hello, Sparky. Okay, are you coming tonight? You're allowed to answer. What's it like over there in Canada? That's assuming you're still on, mister. Seeing that you posted that at 1:15. If you're not, hopefully I'll see you tonight. Well, we're down to 2 now, so interestingly. So what I want to do now, I've got 2 more locos. And I just want to try a bit. Just how do I do that? Yeah. Have your answer, Sparky. I'll come back to you in a minute. Oh, hang on, I can get the locos on ready, can't I? The first one I want to do is I just want to connect this one up to the one in the station. I know I ran it a bit the other day, so I know it runs all right. It's fun connecting it in the station. This is one of these push ones that can be a bit problematical. No, don't think Sparky's there, so okay. 9. Got 3 again now, it's good. Well, perhaps Sparky takes a while to type. I do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop the 66. And I've just got to decide where to stop it. Now, I think if I stop it on that bit there, where it's just gone past, so where the double, stop it here, I think that'll be alright. Although, I'm not sure I need to stop it. I will stop it because it will just distract me a bit, I think. So let's I'll push the stop button. See where it stops. Oh, it's going to stop. Oh, not quite. I don't fancy going. I'm going to go forward. It can be quite difficult going backwards with these. So I just find I think it pushes all the couplings together and it can cause derailments. So I try not to. Although I have reversed these into the fiddle yard before now, albeit very, very slowly. So ideally, it would be nice if it stops before the place I wanted to stop, and then I can just put the hand of God down to it and do it, can't I? So it shouldn't take quite so long to stop this time. It's going slower, so we'll see how it goes. I've just stopped it again. It shows you how good the flywheel in them is, doesn't it? That's pretty good. So I'm now going to bring one out. It says, have I still got anybody on? Back to 2 again. Okay. I suspect people are dipping in and out and not liking it. It's fair enough. I don't mind. It was only keeps me interested to, and I'm really enjoying doing this, to be honest. Right. So where's that one? It's up a bit, I think, isn't it? No, down a bit. So what's coming out for my audience, as far as it is the power car of the class 375 EMU. EMU's for electric multiple unit. So I want to bring that out. And then I need to get it into the terminus station. Give it a bit more juice, I think. Not liking my tracking here much. Oh, maybe because that's not on. That's probably it. Right, let's have another go. Here we go. Now this one takes off at a pace. So where am I going to go? I've got to go down there. Right, I'm going to slow that down. I need to switch that, and switch that one, and switch that one, and not go up the back of the Southern. So here we go again. Give it a little bit more. That's me tea. Comes hopefully. Oh, actually, I'm quite pleased with how it's been performing. Famous last words. Why is that not stopping? Oh, blimey. Is it going to do it? Yeah! Great. Right, so we need to go into the terminal station now, hopefully. So I think I'll do it at 5. As you can see with these, they build up speed. That's the electronics in the decoders. Now this is a fairly basic Hornby model. Actually, we've got something catching on this. Hang on a minute. I think I've got a coupling from somewhere. Hang on a tick. Yeah, I've got a coupling stuck underneath it. Great. Yeah, can you see that? A coupling. Great. Bit of fun. So we need to stop this in a minute. I'll have to do this by hand, I think. Because as I say, they're actually they're not a bad coupling actually, this Hornby one. But it isn't one that you can just do automatically like the old-fashioned ones, or like the KDs, obviously. It's just a case of lining it up, hopefully. And sometimes you have to lift the carriage to line it up. There we are. So we're on. So I'm going to leave them in there, and I might be able to get it out at some stage in the evening. Don't know. It won't hurt if it sits there because it looks all right. So that's that one done, and now I've got one more that I would like to run tonight because I'm hoping I'm going to have a gentleman from Italy, from Genoa, and I bought this because I saw one of these on his layout. So it's an Italian locomotive from, well, basically the 50s. And the reason I really liked it, notwithstanding that it's a bow, which is a very unusual configuration, the other outstanding thing about it is it bends in the middle like a bendy bus. So it's the E646 from 1954, and this is number 16. So it's one of the first ones to be. Sorry, number 13. So it's one of the first ones to be built. And if you notice, there are some very strange looking carriages over on the far side next to the back seam, and they are the carriages for this. So what I'm going to try and do, I just want to give it a little run. So I need to set up a course. So we'll go back there. How are we doing for time? Not too bad. Right, have I got anybody watching still? Got 3. Hello everybody. Thank you for watching. I know it's not. Oh, I got 4. One just came on as I went. Oh, by the way, did I Oh, hello, Kelly. I asked you not to comment, my dear, but okay, I'll let you get away with that. Well, that's the one you're going to see tonight, right? So I hope that's all right. But no more comments, please. I'm busy. All right. Good girl. Thank you. Right. Yeah, I need to set up a route. So where can I go? I've got to go round there, down there, and up there. So I think that'd probably be the best one. I suppose we could really give it a go, couldn't we? So right, okay. This could all end up in tears. I don't know. We'll give it a go. That one. That one. And then back on with that one. We'll see. So let's bring it out. Where's that? Down the bottom, I think. There we are. So it's an FS. It's an FS, which is I think it's the company that runs Italian Railways, or it did then. So I put the lights on. And this one has backlights, so you have to turn the backlights on. And it has got sound, but I won't put that on for the moment. So here we go. I've got the pantographs down so that I don't destroy them going through the tunnel. Have I got, yeah, I've got that done. So this is a very old-fashioned looking locomotive. I don't think anybody knew about aerodynamics or anything in those days. Oh, hang on, I've just got to change that one, haven't I? Otherwise we're going to have a derailment there. Okay, so I think I've got the route set. So I now need to set it back again there. And we'll give it a little bit more juice, I think. The tea's going down nicely. There we are. And hopefully it will now go over there. And then walk back onto the outside one. Oh, yeah, great. I've got the tea. Good. So what coupling have I got on it? I've got the wrong coupling on it. What I've got on there, I think. Where have I? Yes, now I've got the Continental coupling on these Continental carriages, which is probably quite a good idea, isn't it? What I will say is that the view you're getting at the moment won't be the view tonight. I've got another camera set up, which doesn't show as much of the layout, but is a bit closer, and you can see my mud, which might be a good idea, but maybe not. I don't know. That's running quite well. So. You've started talking to me now. Not on, you know, peoples. Anyway, I've nearly finished now. No, that's right, Kelly. I can't look at, well, I can't do more than one thing at a time, you know. Well, except tonight. I'll probably be doing a few more things tonight, but I just wanted to see how it went. So I'm going to probably finish this soon. I don't fancy taking the Continental carriages and giving them a run. Not on this particular circuit, because it could be a bit of a problem, couldn't it? But no, I think they would come to grief on the little crossover by the two stations, because they can tend to hit the station. I need to take a big scallop out of the edge of it, I think, to make it safer. So I'll just say hello to whoever's watching. So thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Steve. And obviously thank you, Kelly. And hopefully you'll join me tonight if you can. So, yeah. So as I I've basically finished. So if you'd like to comment, have you enjoyed this? Was it interesting? Or was it just something to do because there's nothing else to do? And I hope you've enjoyed my commentary. Quite nice actually, I quite enjoyed doing the commentary. And do you like the trains that are going to be on tonight? So if you're still on, I've got 4 on, so yeah, I've actually got 1 that isn't commenting. So thank you if you aren't commenting and you can, and if you can't, then I still thank you for watching. So I will put the sound on this one. It's a very unusual sound this one makes. I always think it sounds a bit like I don't know, a really old horrible car or something with a big angle. Now as it's going this speed, it's not quite so bad. Now it's obviously electric, so there's no diesel sound. But you can hear it's a bit strange. I'll slow it down slightly. I'll give you a whistle. Okay. It's also got an air horn on this one. Sounds very similar. So I quite like it, and it runs lovely. This is a Rivarossi model, so basically the Hornby family, and like all the rest of them, it's made in China, needless to say, along with all the carriages and everything. But I suppose it's a different design team, you know, an Italian design team. Now these, I've looked online, and these actually I don't know whether they do them right now, but they have in the past. And they say, bearing in mind that they were made in 1954, or the first one was, they do rail tours in Italy, and they get to be quite well frequented. You know, people obviously like these. And if you look at it as it goes around the bend, you can see where it's sort of bending in the middle. So it's pretty good. Certainly over that point that it's going over now. Look. If any of our English ones were doing that, we'd be rather worried, wouldn't we? So, have I got any? Right, I'll come back and have a look at the. Anybody want to comment? Okay, Steve, thank you very much. Yes, Kelly, I did actually. If you were listening to what I said, I did say I've nearly finished now. So. I'm just leaning up against the bench here and watching this engine go round, so it's okay, all right? So if you want to say anything, you can. And I know you like doing the written word. And I've been on an hour and 10 minutes now, so it's pretty good going. So I'm very happy with how they're going. Can anybody tell me what sort of picture and sound you're getting, please? That'd be interesting. Now this is only on Wi-Fi off of my computer, whereas tonight I'll have it plugged in through my electrical system, which does give Marjorie better quality, hopefully. But obviously tonight there might be more people using the internet, and as I said before, I've got very slow broadband. So absolutely slow when you're uploading, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Downloading, it's not too bad. I can get sort of movies and that down all right. Quite enjoying watching this one go round. So I've got to decide where I'm going to put it. I think the obvious thing is to park it in front of the 395, I think. I think I'll run it backwards for a minute, actually. Yeah, it will be tinny on the sound, Steve. It's not the best. It's not the best period, to be honest. But if I tell you that I I don't know if what you've got on your I don't know what you've got on your broadband, but you know, if you've got fast broadband, or you know, the fibre broadband, you're probably getting 45 megabits download, aren't you? And maybe, I don't know, 5 or 10 megabits upload. Well, I get between 7 and 8 megabits when I download, but when I upload, I get 0.85, so less than 1 megabit a second. So I think just to get any picture at all for my voice out of that is pretty good. That's running all right now. Now you watch it tonight, it'll all go wrong and it'll derail and whatever, won't it? When we've got a few more people on. And if you notice, obviously the headlights have changed from front to back. It's an ideal loco to do this route because it bends, isn't it, on the sharp points and that. Right, I'm coming back. So I think I'm gonna wind this up pretty soon. So Ken is still being my moderator a little bit, but she's taking things a bit too far. The moderator tonight will be Billy Stern, hopefully, assuming he comes, and we'll see how we get on. So, right, I'm going to have to get this. This is a Class 646 with 1954 vintage. And I'm sorry, but I can't actually tell you what the livery is. It's FS livery, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. The colours are in Italian on the what's the name? Now, if you're wondering, if you've seen this pulling those Continental carriages before in one of my videos, and you're wondering if there's something a bit strange, I did buy 2 more of those carriages. So there was another pack I could buy with 2 carriages, and I bought them, and they came yesterday. So although I haven't introduced them, I thought I'd use them. It makes a bit of a longer train. And these used to pull quite a really long train, I've noticed on pictures on the internet. Right, so yeah, maybe. Yeah, hello, Josh. Right, I'm now gonna move this one into the terminus station slowly. Where have I got to go? Yeah, right. I'll do the manoeuvre after it's gone past the next time, I think. Oh, it won't, will it? Yes, it will. Right, so tick that, and tick that one, and slow it down a bit. As you can see, the sound is really strange. Well, I will have to change the coupling if I'm going to use it tonight. So there we are, everybody. Right, I just need to turn the lights up on the Hattons. There we are. And have I got the western one? Yes, I turned the west ones off, didn't I? So there we are, everybody. Right, if I'm now going to close it down. The railway, I mean, not you. So keep watching. So I'm going to turn it off. And I've got everything back to normal. No, let's just click. I like to get the points where they'll reset themselves when it all comes back on again. So let's do that. That one over there. And the points are all touching wood, and I'm touching wood, working very well at the moment. They can be a little bit of a problem sometimes. They don't always click as well as you would like them to. So that one goes over there, and we need that one and that one. And that one will click anyway. Right, I'm going to turn it off. So it's all going to sort of, well, going to die, but you won't notice. The only time, so I've turned off the control panel, so I couldn't control the trains. But if you notice, the colour signals are still on. We've got two red down there, haven't we? And the only time that goes off is when I turn off the controller, the E-Link. So, which I'm going to do now. So, and you'll see that they'll gradually fade away. Okay, Neil, thank you very much. I am on at 9 p.m. You want to read me? You want to read my the title and the description? Then you'd know what I'm doing. Okay. So initially I didn't want any comments, but I've now finished. Railmaster is off. The power has gone from all the track. And I'm just about to turn some lights off, so let's see what happens, shall we? Oh dear, is that gone dark? I think this one will. There we are. I think the sun's just gone over, the cloud has just gone over the sun. And then if I turn the other one off, oh dear. Anyway, everybody, I don't know if anybody's actually watched it all the way through, and thank you for, I've got 7. I've got more on now than I've had on most of the time I've been doing it. But please have a look at it, dip into it, afterwards and see what you think. And it's basically how I've got everything ready for tonight, really. You've obviously got to decide what you're going to run, what you're going to run it with, and will it all run round reliable? Because that's the important thing when you're live, with a few people. So yeah, I'm going to pull the plug on this, and we've done an hour and 20 minutes. So it's taken me an hour and 20 minutes to get the locos on, give them a run, pull the carriages out from the carriage sidings, or if you like, the fiddle yard. I put them on a few days ago. I don't like leaving the locos up here for a very long time. Although saying that, I've left Brian Scotsman in that shed for quite a week. I prefer to have them downstairs. And if you saw the reminder for this stream tonight, you'll see where they are in my little display cabinet. So have a look at that if you haven't. And I'm going. All right, so I'm going to end the broadcast now. And I thank everybody that's come on it. And I hope you can join me tonight. And we'll see how we get on. Okay? But if they all run like they have this afternoon, I shall be really delighted because I can concentrate on talking to you. All right, everybody? So cheers, everybody. Cheers.